All right, so Jay, first and foremost, man, thank you again for coming on the show. BreezinoutATL, we here, we represent the city, and what we're doing with Breeze in, Breeze Out, we are focusing on people in Atlanta, city where I'm born and raised. The brand is founded, and what it's all prefaced on is breathing on purpose. We're focusing on the people here in the city who are doing just that, who are breathing on purpose each day with their lives. And in doing that, uplifting the city, And I see you, man. I've known you for, 2 years now? I've known you for the past about 2 years, going on 2 years. So we've had our times together in this short span, even through a pandemic, we've had chances to meet and we've gone hiking, right? We've gone hiking, so like that time hiking, how personal that time is. And, we climbed a mountain, we got a chance to sit down. It was myself, you, Daisha, Karen, just whole crew, man. And we was out here, but just tell us, man, how are you breathing today, man? I know you like to get out and take it in. I know you do cosplay. You got a lot of things that you do to really, breathe in your purpose and breathe on your purpose. So tell us how you do that. What are you doing these days?
So with me, breathing on purpose is because I want to inspire the future generation after me. Mm-hmm. Everything that I do, as you said, with cosplay or my anime that I have a love for, is to create an opportunity for others who have that same amount of love, and perhaps they'll be able to take it to another level and prosper. Mm-hmm. Being I'm an artist, I like to include my anime and cosplay as part of my brand overall because it is a billion-dollar industry in itself for any of those who needed that idea. Yeah. And, me having the confidence of doing that because many others don't have that confidence, me still being myself without the stereotypical being weird or whatever. Yeah. I was in the hood watching this stuff and, I was blessed. I didn't have problems with it. I just thought it was normal. Yeah. But a lot of people did have a trials to go through with that. And, I like to stand firm for them if they don't have that backbone and help them to develop that encouragement to, be themselves and be free.
That's real. That's real. That's so real. And I think you said it perfect. You were raised in it. Like that's what you've been exposed to it for a while. Like that's what you kind of have been interested in growing up. And I think that's oftentimes we're kind of cut off. So we don't know what's out there, what's available to us, what we can become interested in, what we can learn more about. Seems you're a curious fella. So you kind of go and whatever you like, whatever you latch on to, you're going to dig into it and kind of research it, figure it out. And become the best at it, because I've seen the cosplay you do, Green Lantern, man. You got a few. Tell us who are some of your favorite characters? Like, who do you like to cosplay? What's your favorite?
Anything dealing with Naruto. I love Naruto cosplay because it's just dope. Yeah. The brand with the headband, the hidden leaf. I got it tatted on me right here.
Yeah. No, we see you, bro.
So I still have a plethora of characters I want to do from that series. Yu Yu Hakusho, that's my favorite anime overall with Yusuke. I got a few tags, referencing that.
Yeah, man. You say Yu Yu Hakusho, man. Yu Yu Hakusho, that is a throwback. Yo, I mean, like, I was binging that, and I feel like it was just 5 years ago I was trying to binge Yu Yu Hakusho. It's hard to find. I think maybe on Crunchyroll or something, but no, that was a dope show, man. So you get into it clearly, and you mix it, you cross-pollinate between your audiences. That's pretty interesting. So tell us, I mean, like, with you, cross-pollinated, how do you feel you're uniquely impacting each of those targets or each of those audiences or your fans? How are you uniquely impacting each of them?
Well,
in the city of Atlanta, by the way. Just let's add that in, because I know you're nationwide. You do everywhere, but city of Atlanta specifically, how are you?
Okay. In the city of Atlanta, first, I'm a hip hop head, and my pop's from Queens, New York, so he threw all of that at me when I was younger. So the fact that I started off rapping like in grade school, it was an outlet and a passion for me before just getting big, and helping others to see my sound and style is uniquely different from just trying to be on a trend, and also making it hip. I might include those anime references or cosplay into it and still be authentically me, and it seemed cool to everybody. So I inspire artists, who are up and coming. I've done a lot of artist development for younger artists, especially in their teens. Yeah. coaching their parents like, hey, you have to get ready for that artist. They're going to have different moods if it's really for them, different phases. And then they'll come back to me a couple years later and be like, hey, you were right. So-and-so is not really interested in this, but so-and-so is. Thank you. I've helped artists, win talent shows. I've seen, them practice and rehearse. And I say, hey, here's some ideas, here's some strategies. Never be afraid to learn from others. And boom, they take those who adhere to what I say. They hit it on the mark. I helped a young girl. She got a single deal with Epic Records. Me helping really push that with my source of people to support her and get her votes and stuff on things. That artistry in me has also manifested into spoken word.
Nice.
Done that at church events or family-oriented events, and go from hip-hop JT to speaking some truth and speaking some real to them.
Right.
And it's helped move people emotionally, help them laugh. I have various different pieces that I do for them depending on the audience. And I've also performed for elementary school, so I'm showing them, hey, there is another outlet for you all to express your emotions.
Right. Nice. So you are, you're spanning a lot of stuff. You're doing a lot. So that's all out here in the city. So like, this is all in Atlanta. So, but you expand, you do a lot of other stuff outside the state, but like even further. So we're going to go even further focused into Atlanta. We're driving down to your family, man. Like, you are not only impacting the city, but your family in a major way. You have your brother and your sister that you are taking care of. You've been taking care of them for 3 years. 3 years. And your mother, she passed away. And she passed away 3 years ago also?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been dealing with that. Yeah. And that's heavy, bro. I know that's heavy. So, of course, man, we are always here with you. My condolences, man. Every time I talk about this, it gets me, but I know you are very strong, and I want to know how you have been able to get through this, how you've been able to breathe and live through this, and then also do that for your brothers and sisters, your brother and sister. Like, how have you been able to set that example for them and remain, well, just not even how have you been able to set that example for them, but more so, how have you remained reinforced within yourself to be able to set that example for them? Like, how do you continue to rise each day to do that? Like, having gone through all you've gone through, where does your strength come from, man?
My strength comes from my support system. Those who I planted seeds in my past, all have now been able to feed that love back into me when I've been vulnerable. And, the grieving still manifests differently and sporadically. So I am not always putting the best example for my siblings, but they are key to pushing me to move forward, since mom's is not around and, the pops is out there somewhere, somebody needs to be able to hold the fort down for them. And I've been fortunate to come out of the school in the neighborhood I was in trouble I got into and had people instill in me. So I need to instill that knowledge and love into them. And, a lot of that comes from loving myself more. The more I love myself, the more I can manifest and love them and provide them that example. Because I'm always reminding them of their worth and their value.
There you go.
Ahead of time before they hit those teenage years, peer pressure, man. There you go. Because I struggled a lot with that in high school. So I always make sure if I get that self-love A1, and get that into them, boom, it'll be a wrap and it'll be an easier breeze.
There you go. Schooling. I love it, man. I love that. And I guess that's just that's where it all starts. That's the source, man. If we can remain uplifted within ourselves, we can definitely keep our surroundings as well. Like, and it's contagious. It's infectious, man. So that's so, I love your story, man. And I honestly, I hate to be cliche, but I love the way you breathe, literally, bro. You are out here doing it, and it's so impressive, bro. If you can, you also there's a GoFundMe going on right now for y'all. Is that okay are we okay to bring that up? It's because that's part of the, we can call that out. Yeah, so
also what I'm learning along this journey is it does come at sacrifices, putting me to the side for their sake.
Right.
In ways that had me come out of my comfort zone. especially, putting music to the side at times and using that discernment. Not splurging to go on vacay,
There you go. I hear you, man.
go make something, have fun for them.
Right. I love it.
They still have a long way to go, and so I want them to have the dope childhood I didn't have.
There you go.
Or, some things I wish I could do and learn when I was younger. As far as the GoFundMe, so I'm learning also a lot about father's rights. Although I still have my siblings look at me as big brother and not as father. It's still a lot of things coincide with understanding the court side of that, and you actually have to do a lot of paperwork just to be able to provide for your family in the proper way. I think it's a lot of BS, but it's very pricey, and the courts are going to look and have their biases. I'm constantly having to learn litigation of how stuff works.
Right.
Attorneys charge crazy fees for stuff, and I'm having to learn from it. But as you said, how I've been able to navigate is I learned from fathers who may have went through similar struggles before in their upbringing of their children. And so all these people who are encouraging me, I've encouraged them like, hey, look, go into the GoFundMe, not for me, but for my little brother and sister. They already lost mom. Pops ain't trying to step up like he should. And, we want to keep filling that void with all kinds of love that we can properly.
Right.
So that they still have as best as possible a smooth
upbringing. Right. And you can really find that fundraiser. It's by Jasmine S. It's Love for Team JT. And we can, we can definitely show our support, man. Bro, love your story, man. Love everything about you, man. You're doing it the right way. And you're doing it with what you have, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's just it. Like, how can you breathe through this life with what you have, and remain uplifted in that process? So salutes to you, man.
Appreciate it.
I guess now, we segue now into like just the city. This is where you've been raised. How has this city uniquely impacted you? Like, what impact has it had on you? How's it made you who you are? Atlanta.
Atlanta is Atlanta. It's what I like to say is the most diverse city out here in the nation.
Yeah.
It's a land of opportunity of seeing Black entrepreneurs everywhere, Black hustlers everywhere, and wealthy Black people in positive ways, not just, sketchy ways and all of that.
Right.
It's a land of opportunity, and you love seeing your people, excel financially, have happy families, and doing what they show in the media. When you actually here in Atlanta, you can see a lot of great things. They've impacted me because it's competitive. If you're going to be an artist in Atlanta, you need to be coming with some stuff or coming with the money, because it is politics. And if you could make it in Atlanta or survive in Atlanta, you can make it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Except maybe New York, because you got to cover the smoke. Jada already showed that.
Jada, man. Jada, hey, he went hard. He's been going hard. You too, man.
Right. Yeah. So, but Atlanta does give you the competitive edge you need to if you want to be an artist.
Gotcha.
Or if you need some creative ideas for whatever your business is that you bring here. Whether you come to a vendor to certain events, you'll learn how you can possibly step it up or take from somebody else's strategy of how they're advertising their brand.
Right.
And so it's definitely impacted me with how, when I get the capital behind my brand, some ways I want to go with it.
Right. No, and I mean, we've only scratched the surface of what you are. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's to come. That's what we're really looking forward to. But we really not at the same time. At the same time we want to focus on the present. I'm getting outside of myself because last week we were just talking about remaining in the present, and that's why I need to remain. But man, sometimes we look out, and you have to have a certain level of outlook and to remain uplifted, to keep yourself just reassured of what is to come. Because oftentimes when we're going through these storms, we're going through these storms at eye level, man. We're in the center of them. God, he has a higher perspective. He has a higher view. A lot of times the center of the storm is where you are, but outside of that, man, it's sky, green, just everything, man. So if we can have that perspective of God, I think, we all can be saved, at the end of the day. So that's really, I love that, man. Okay, so I guess like, you know, we kind of tailing off a little bit, but I would like to know, okay, Atlanta City is crazy. We got so many different diverse cultures, people, all types of things. What's the wildest thing you've experienced in Atlanta? And how did it impact you? I guess like where, you know.
Man, it's like, which way do I want to go with the wildest thing in Atlanta?
Yeah, because it could go either way. Like it could be super great or it could be super bad. But yeah, anything, man. Really, just what's the wildest thing that's happened to you, Atlanta? Or what is one thing you tell someone new to Atlanta to make sure that they enjoy their time here, to ensure that they enjoy themselves in the city during their time?
So I go back to the wildest one since people like that. Yeah, I've done some Ubering before.
Okay.
Side hustle. And it's always crazy stories with that.
Yeah.
So I've had, you know, the drunk ladies, you know, try to holler for $1 and stuff in the backseat. I'm like, hey, leave me alone. But this one crazy one, it was crazy and I hated it so much.
Oh.
So it was some girls from Florida, tried to be nice. One thing that I try to do is, you know, I develop my own side clientele to, you know, like, hey, you need an extra ride, I got you.
Oh, yeah, always hustling between the hustles.
And so, you know, I'm helping them run errands outside of the Uber app and they're paying me for it. Nice. And next thing you know, she she was staying with a homegirl, but she needed a separate hotel room to stay in because they were going to stay separately for the night. And I was like, okay, so I'm expecting her to make that happen so I can get back to drive for other people. She did not have a room, man. And time kept going. You know, she's making her phone calls trying to get money for the room. And I'm like, oh my gosh. No. And so we ended up sitting at a CVS or something for like a good hour as she tried to go and do some transaction inside the store. And, you know, she had a little 2-year-old with her, so she left me in the car with the 2-year-old, and 2-year-old's bad as hell. I'm like, Lord, she got a little man eating Cheerios.
Oh
and stuff
no,
car,
he crunching back there, throwing Cheerios at you.
Right. And then she was trying to find a plug for the weed and stuff like that. So we ended up going to a hotel. You know, I haven't even got paid to be able to help her at all yet. So I'm like, dang, I can't even help these
hey, deficit. I get it, man. She has the kid. I know you.
So
talking.
It was just uncomfortable on all aspects because, you know, I didn't want to be the bad guy and be like, look, you gotta get out of my car and figure this out for yourself. And, you know, I was losing opportunity on money for that.
Right.
But thank God, you know, in due time, it did fall in place for her. She's got a room. I think overall, she was just trying to get some money out of me, bro.
Right. She was trying to scam the scammer, yo. You can't scam the, no. No, you can't. No.
I ain't folding this.
No, she can't get you. She can't get you. She, anyway, I bet she from Atlanta too.
Right.
I'm joking. Nah, but Jake, man, this has been great, man, for real. So like, we need you, man. We need you just to do one thing for us before we do take this thing off. If you could just give us a verse or spit some lyrics for us that you think will uplift or that were uplifting for you during your period or whenever time you wrote it, or if it's a freestyle, whatever you want to come with, bruh. Just give us something to, you know, show who Jay-Thrilla is.
Okay. I'll just come out the top, but give me a random word.
Breathing. Breathe.
When it comes to the freestyles, I get to breathing, trying to get my young people to get to believing in they self, not just for the wealth, but the self-love is how you fulfill your health and keep it smooth. Rap game, I never lose. As I told you before, I done it since middle school. Woo. Not to be that dude, to be all rude, but when it come on the mic, I got the attitude.
Okay.
Forget the interludes, I just keep flowing. I start flowing till it starts snowing. In the middle of the night, I stays glowing. Got to breeze. Yes, you better see the game you will receive from me, cause I can achieve and show you this is not a diss. I just come hard on the mic like Jay the Kiss. This is the Jay the girls want to kiss, but nah.
Yo. I love it. I love it. Yo, so we also got a piece for you, man. Actually, that's about to be going in the air. Okay. We're gonna be giving you the Breezinout tee, man. So we got a little piece right there, hit on the back for you too, man. You know, we're gonna make sure you know doing it the right way though, and this gonna be going in the air for you ASAP. Y'all support this, man. He's the one. These are the ones we need to be supporting. You are the one that we need to be supporting. We recognize that. I think everybody should recognize that. And we thank you, man. We thank you for coming on our show. We thank you for breezing out,
definitely.
breathing on purpose, and loving the way you do it, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Appreciate
bro.
it.